Sit back and relax.
May chaos reign. War has been avoided, and the lands of Remedigan and Adishmere have a common ground now in Grand Duke of Adishmere and Prince of Remedigan's Tayson Firewell.
As I take you out of your reality.
Long live the Waffle Hut! The demons are starting to flood the lands. The ward is stretched thin, and the Guardians are only now just rebuilding. But just as the plant Psyllium exists, there is hope for everything to be healed.
An end to my nightmarish dream world.
2 other sovereign lands must be reached if there will be hope, though. The locked kingdom of Gratisbar is still lost to the surface world, and the round-capped rainforest still needs to be informed. Time is our enemy.
Welcome back to the Bros and Dragons podcast.
We must find a way.
We will find a way.
I'm your host and dungeon master, Daniel Gentry, and with me are...
Geek Girl Alyssa, and I play Mirinda Shren, aka Montera Lilnas, Cleric of the Five, and Soul Knife Rogue.
Hannah the DM, and I play Stroop Waffle, Guardian of Bengen, a druid.
Nerdworks, and I play Tayson Firewell, Reluctant Prince of 2 Nations and Omniom Sorcerer.
I'm Posh, and I play Ulgi, a Gloomstalker Ranger of the Ward.
Let us adventure on.
Pyro.
Do it again.
Bye.
Muted. No, Posh.
Hi, Pyro.
Everyone heard Posh.
Yeah!
Hi, everybody. We exist.
Yeah. We do.
We're doing the thing.
The camera goes back down into the tunnel where an explosion behind it happened. People had gone to sleep, and we see Algie, and he says...
It's been a long time since I've been down there. I wonder what the consequences of my actions will be. Because we've dredged up a lot. Digging in places I probably shouldn't even be. And I'm used to fighting with soldiers and hunters and... But these people... They fight in a whole different way that I haven't seen in a long time. A lot of these people, I haven't seen people like them in a long time either. And in all my years, some of them I've never seen the likes of before. This is an interesting group of people. And as we leave Gratisbar, I wonder where they'll take me next.
Let us adventure on.
Yeah.
No, that's your line.
Oh, let us venture on. I was fully aware of that one.
Welcome back to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 7. And this is an honest question, I was trying to listen today and then I got sucked into meetings. Did we finish going to sleep, or were we just setting up when we left?
We were setting up.
Okay.
We're basically like
100
feet away from where the explosion happened.
You're going to put your back up to the collapsed tunnel so nothing that way is coming, at least. At least that's what you think and hope. What?
We can cross our fingers.
What was that?
You know what that is.
I have
there's
no
a doggo.
idea. The hate.
It'll be.
And everybody wants to be a dungeon master until your players start flipping you off for no reason. You guys go to get ready for bed. Is there any conversations anybody want to talk about? I mean, there was a lot that happened, so this is a good decompression time.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I'm talking about much. I'm doing my whole my rounds again to make sure we're safe.
Well, Stroop and Miranda weren't in the place where the things were happening, so we're just like, yeah, is there anything you want to tell us? Anything you want to talk about? Are you cool? Are we not cool? Do we need to run away? Hi, yes, tell us the things. Anything you're comfortable, but nothing that you're not comfortable with.
Okay. In order, no, it's fine. They were angry, but not. We don't need to run. I'm tired.
Okay, well, I mean, as long as we're safe, fish.
I don't... Ish. Emphasis on the ish.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Why is the emphasis on the ish, Jason?
Well, because I don't think any of the people there are gonna come after us, especially after they literally blew up the only way for them to like come after us quickly. It's much more about the, now the area that we're in. There's the angry things that come out of the walls and stuff. That more vicinity danger than making people angry danger.
Okay, so that's at least better than I expected. I have expected us to be chased by them.
Nope, we're good.
Okay. So are they helping or not?
Yep. I don't really know. It was very much a this is a surface world problem. You all got into this mess. You can get out of it. And then, Algae it was really good with, kind of like saying, hey, no, it's not. So, get up and stop being, dumb. I don't know. I kind of blanked out in there. It was scary, and they were yelly, but not yelly. It was that like angry voice that sounds a lot louder than it actually is. So I was worried, but it seems fine. Worst case scenario, we warned them about what was going on, so hopefully, we can count on them. But we didn't exactly work especially hard to try and open lines of communication for what was going to happen and when. So my conscience is clean. That's what I've got.
All right. So, that's good that you did emphasize that it's not just a surface world problem. It will eventually make its way down to them.
Right. I mean, we'll see. They seem proud but broken. So
That's a lot of people. Let's just be honest.
yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if denial's the right word, but they're holding on to what they were as if it's what they are. And that's fine. Pride isn't the worst thing in the world because it brings confidence, I guess. But then, if it's all you see, then you don't actually get to see the world around you, let alone the world that you think you're living in. So, I don't know. Like I said, hopefully, maybe. But if nothing else, maybe they, maybe they're annoyed that enough things and people have come and talked to them, so they put up better defenses that way. I don't know. I'm trying to be positive here.
All right. Well, at least it's a start. Stroop, did you need me to go fish again?
No, I think I got it. You just go to the river and you pull out a fish and you see if it matches the other person's fish, And if it does, then you cook them. But if it doesn't, then you throw it back and you try to match your fish, right?
Not quite. All right. Yeah. No, I do have to go fish with you again. All right.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
that's another time thing. Good to know.
Oh, okay.
That seemed pretty accurate. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
You all set up.
Tayson. Tayson, you take everything literally. So.
And that was a lot.
Not quite.
That was a lot of figurative language, and I'm just saying. Okay, fair enough. I'm not good at games.
You guys get ready to sleep. You where the last of the rubble had fallen. It seems a little settled right now, so you come away from it just in case, but you set up a mini camp. Algie goes out of his way to set up little alarms, which is way easier considering there's the tunnel you came out of and then the larger tunnel that spanned off of that. So you could just do it at the end of the tunnel if you want, but as you've noticed, things don't necessarily come through the tunnel to get you here.
Algie finishes one of his, field snacks as he's doing his alarm spells and such.
Look, that was a lot of politics we just had to go through. I'm a bit peckish.
Sure.
So yeah, I finish casting alarm. I think I do it about 100 feet down the way where I can. Gives us enough heads up for anything crawling around.
Yep.
Before I rejoin everybody. I think I
You
yeah. Oh no, that's all right.
you originally got to Gratis Bar when you were at the end of your travel, so this is like perfect timing. Could be getting ready for sleep. Does anybody want to do anything else before nice times?
Yeah, I want to write a note to Chip, and I have a very specific reason Hannah has of doing this because my little brother is actually watching the stream right now. So, hi Ricky, and yeah, so I'm gonna write a note to Chip and just tell him I miss him and tell him to take care of Barry like I do every night.
Okay. Hey, son, is there anything
Miranda.
you wanted? Oh, sorry.
Miranda was going to do her Tai Chi.
Okay. So you could say it so Mike hears it this time and doesn't say that he's the only one doing it?
I'm gonna edit the podcast. You say what you want.
Yeah, she's doing her Tai Chi with her knives.
Hey, son, was there anything you wanted to do?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I know you were like, a little deflated after the whole meeting and you got away from everybody, so.
That was great. We said our piece. Great. Didn't, I don't think, start any war. Awesome. This is great. Bedtime. Call it a win.
All right. You guys start hunkering down. You split up your watches, unless there was... Did you want to split it up in a way that you wanted to talk to somebody, or no? Okay.
Nah.
It's good. I don't want to get past that if you guys did want to, like, oh, I want to talk to Ava, or I want to talk to Poge. You all settled down for the night. Does Stroop want to have a business meeting?
I feel like I do, but I forgot why. So we're gonna say no for right now.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, we're more concerned with what's happening in this cave and not really about it yet.
I need a wisdom save from both Tayson and Algie, please.
Oh.
It's going to be much higher this time, Algie.
Yeah, what about 12?
23.
I like that number. We'll see about you. What was that?
23.
23.
Rolled one of them big numbers on the big click clack.
Oh boy.
Partway through the night, Algie, you just experienced this. You went through and talked to people you haven't talked to in 40,000 years. Not them, but their descendants. As you look around the room, you saw some of the familiarities, like different traits are passed down in each district. You know that each district of Gratispar was controlled by a family. You knew your place. You knew what was going to happen. You knew everybody else's. And then you go to sleep. You remember and you have dreams of your dad taking you around. And then the middle of talking about this chamber is commemorative to, and then your dad's voice stops. And you see the tunnel itself have a few drops in it as demons flood the hallway. You and your brothers and sisters, along with other family members, standing guard, arrows flying, people getting into battles. You turn around, and then you're in a forest with a looming dark figure over you. As you reach down and you can feel the pain as your hand hits the mortal wound. You feel your life ticking away again. You remember the collapsing tunnel, the strike that got you. And this humanoid creature that looks elongated and such. Do you swear by your blood? And you start hearing it again. The oath that you took. You come out of it, breathing heavily, but you look around the cavern and you don't see anybody else. And all of a sudden, forest comes out of nowhere. And you watch as a monstrosity that you've come to know as a slog, in the midst of battle, grabs you and tears you in two. These memories, each death after another popping up, and you snap up, sweating, hard to breathe, and enough that you kind of knock your weapon a little bit. And it's Ava, who's right there, glowing, seeming to cast a spell on you. And as you jump up, you fall into her hand. You reach back for a weapon, and as you pull it out, she grabs your hand, impossibly strong for the small, fragile frame that she holds.
I think at this stage, I'm in a cold sweat, fully in combat mode. Just that, like, that adrenaline has hit as I woke up, and I'm like, can I help you?
She looks you in the eyes and says, that's my line. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I take a look at my surroundings, make sure I'm still in the tunnel.
Everybody's there. You go back, and where you woke up originally and you thought you were awake and nobody was there, you look around and everybody's there.
It's just a bad dream. You get those occasionally.
Seemed more than just a bad dream.
It was vivid. Very.
She looks down as you say it's vivid. She says, "Oh, war."
Kind of. One of them was.
Wars you were in?
Fights I've lost.
Count yourself lucky they were yours.
You could call it that. It doesn't get easier. And every time, you just get jaded to it. One after the other. It's like you lose feelings. But you haven't. They're still there.
You think you can get back to sleep?
No. No, I can't. I think it's my turn for watch.
And you guys end up doing your watch. The rest of you wake up and you see Ava and Algie doing a patrol outside the area of where you are, forwards as they're looking around. As you all start to rustle and look over, you remember this night when you set up that Algie wasn't supposed to take watch, but outside of that, it's the only unusual thing you see.
Who wants to get, let's not be here. Cool?
Cool.
Yeah, I'm cool with rations for breakfast this morning, you know.
Okay. Okay, onward. Let's go.
You pack up camp and you all head out. Does anybody want to do anything during the day that you're traveling?
I think I'm still keeping an eye out for some of those critters.
I'm gonna totally interfere with you doing that as I kind of come up to you and just like you're kind of, I imagine you're like scouting around, so you're maybe a little bit ahead, looking around at things, and Tayson approaches, trying to look like he's doing those things as well, but he's really just trying to get close enough to you to be like, hey, why are you so old?
There's some things I can't quite go into detail about.
Sure.
I
okay.
think I've revealed too much already.
Oh,
That
okay.
could get me in a lot of trouble.
Okay. I hear you, but you not answering and the way that you did only has more questions for me. Like, why can't you say those things? Who are you gonna get in trouble with? Like, my one question turned into two more. I'll back off.
Does Miranda hear Tayson ask? Like, how quiet is Tayson asking this?
Well, it is a 10-foot tunnel, so it is echoey. But I'm guessing it was not very loud. So
yeah, I'm trying to be discreet if it means anything.
Roll a perception at disadvantage, and we'll let the dice figure out if you heard it.
Okay.
Because there is clinging armor as three of the
clank, clank, clank,
people
clank.
walking are in like solid armor.
What?
A what? I'm sorry.
A 21.
21. Yeah, you figured it out. You heard. I guess it's from all those psychic whispers and multiple voices in your head.
Gotten really good at
and
it.
I met
Miranda comes up behind Tayson. Miranda comes up behind Tayson just and goes, "You don't ask anyone why they're so old, Tayson." And she just keeps going.
Tayson makes eye contact with Algie for like a solid 3 seconds and then just starts trailing behind, I guess. Okay.
I'm going to wild shape into a rat.
Okay.
Just try and stay as close to the ground as possible and feel for any tremors.
Roll a perception check for me.
It helps if I'm not muted. I have dice that I put here.
And a
There,
character
and then the
sheet.
D20.
Woo! 2 in a row.
I have my character sheet. All right, perception.
Please.
Do. Wow, they're so small and I'm so blind. 15.
15. You're not feeling anything as you skitter along. It's a little bit more difficult now because there's these mounds that you're climbing as a rat. The ribbed in the tunnel that we were talking about, the speed bump things that go all the way around.
Speed bumps.
But yeah, you don't feel anything unusual.
Okay, can I have I have advantage because I'm a rat, sorry.
Sure. It's for feel,
but-
not smell or sight.
It says keen smell. The rat has advantage on wisdom. Oh, that rely on smell. Can I smell first? Can I do the smell check?
Go ahead and roll again to see if you can smell something.
Nah, it's the same thing. It's a 6.
So what's the total?
I didn't
again?
roll better. 15 was my higher.
For smelling, Ava smells amazing.
Does she smell good?
She always smells
What does she smell like? What specifically does she smell like?
a cross between a weird rose, but a little bit more sweet, and a touch of citrus behind it.
All right.
Tell me
I'll
you're
use that
taking
for later,
notes on
thank
that.
you. Of course I am.
Is that your first note that you take in this session?
Today?
No, it says Algies is pensive.
Huh.
Tayson tells us it's okay-ish. They seem proud but broken. Now, sweet rose and citrus.
Nice.
So-
Okay, fair enough.
Really good at notes.
You travel for a day and nothing seems to happen, but now you're in the open of this largish tunnel. You could try to push through. You do know there's approximately 2 more days of travel.
We can get away with another day of travel.
Or even a half, you know? Try and take 3 days and turn it into 2 without, dying. I don't know, whatever. Sorry. I'm still very tired. Yeah. Yeah, we can push through. We're fine. Right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I'm.
I don't want
good
to speak
with
on the behalf of the group, but we did it last time. We were fine.
So as you push through the night, everybody take a point of exhaustion.
Yay.
Few more hours of traveling and you start to feel sluggish. Everybody's slow. A couple times you might even trip up on a couple of those ribs that are in the little speed bump things that are in this tunnel. Question is, at one point G-Mine actually falls down and you hear the loud clatter as it echoes.
Oh.
Plate armor.
On the fall, Tayson about faces and just a hold up wait for a few minutes, just listening.
Okay, roll a perception. Disadvantage.
Correct. That's a good number. That's a bad number. It's a solid 10.
Little echoes as G-Mine gets up. You can hear the metal scraping on rock, but nothing you would consider unusual.
Okay. Don't watch your step, big guy. Sorry. We'll rest soon.
Yes.
It'll be okay.
G-Mine just, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, yeah, Mistakes are allowed. Otherwise, we'd all be fired.
It's also a good thing you can't fire me. So
I mean, like, if
I was going to say, I don't know that we can really be fired, Tayson.
Well, I mean, like, if I die, I mean, he doesn't have a job anymore. At least he not this job.
well, I just go back to HR and get a new assignment
Oh,
with a blemish on my record.
gotcha. You know, you seem to go in between, like, me dying would be very, very bad for your career, and, oh, it'd be a blemish on my record.
Oh, blemish on my record is bad for my career, but
Okay.
you know, sometimes when things happen and you can't prevent them, you have to deal with the hand you're dealt.
Exactly, so mistakes happen. It's okay.
If you do it on purpose, I will summon you back from the dead, just your spirit, and keep you locked away in something. I will find a way.
I don't know that I could have the amount of pettiness necessary to die to give you a bad performance review on purpose.
Okay.
We're good. Okay. Whew. Was a good break. More marching. All right, let's get out of here.
Travel for even a few more hours. You're all really starting to feel it now. Just dragging. Half speed-ish.
Good for a big slep now, please. Sleepy time.
That's fine. It is time for sleep.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, we should
definitely time
sleep.
for sleep.
Yeah. Okay. Good call. Are we in
This
a...
is where I...
Go ahead.
Oh, that's right. I was going to say, if we're camping here, this is where I'd go up and down the tunnel and set alarms again.
Ava, Posh, and G-Mine all cast a spell on themselves and tell you all to get some sleep.
Okay. Don't overdo it.
Overdo casting spells?
No, the staying awake stuff. Being tired, all that.
Oh, that was a simple spell. It's the Monster Energy drink spell. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, basically. I dig it. All right. Cool. And Tayson will go to sleep.
Oh man, I failed. I mean Juju Energy. I'm sorry, Alyssa. I failed you.
I think it's okay.
Hey, what?
Good. Everybody
I'm
go-
getting. Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
I'm sorry. I have like the worst internet connection right now. Say that one more time.
It's not worth
Oh,
it.
it's definitely not worth it. We'll talk about it. You'll hear it in post. It could be positive. Don't look at me negatively like that.
Marinda is safe. Don't worry.
Ish.
Ish.
Kinda. Maybe.
You all sleep hard. Wake up the next morning. Seems like everything went by fine. No alarms were set off. No nothing. You get rid of your 1 point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
And you travel. If I'm not mistaken, you're pushing through until you exit, right?
Yeah.
I would rather be exhausted outside than terrified inside.
Terrified and exhausted.
There is that. Fair point.
Okay. You guys start traveling again. It's disorienting down here. Oh, it looks familiar. Oh, yeah, it's looked familiar the last 3 days. Oh, it looked familiar the last day before that. Oh, who's who? Who's who?
Ooh.
I'm waiting. I got the lag.
Yeah,
I'm
me
still
too.
Augie. Nice.
Oh, I don't exist. Oh, well, half of me. Here, I gotta get. Oh, no, it's this one. Oh, there we go.
That's a good screen
Well-
grab, though.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Just gonna go ahead and clip that. Boop. Hey, you're
Started
moving
I
again.
was gonna
How are
do it
you?
again.
Oh, never mind.
He's having internet problems.
Yep. This is currently her looking at her phone to text us. I'm having internet problems.
If it helps, Lissa, you can shut the camera down, and then we can have the cool logo that you had.
Okay.
Oh, we
And-
shuffled.
We're shuffled again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'll take care. No, it's okay. Oh, she gone.
Oh, there she is.
I swear to God, this internet tonight is pissing me off.
It's okay.
Like, I pulled up Audacity like a few minutes in just in case. I'm like, this just in case.
We will make.
Just in case. So Mike had something.
We will make this work. It's all right. See, look at that. We're even in the right spots already. That took like 4 seconds.
I was fully
You know-
ready to be all like, we should just shuffle our character sheets around and then be like, this is a body swap episode.
I'm not gonna let it get lost. I'm not gonna let my
No.
character sheet get lost in the internet, sending it to Lissa. Sorry.
You guys travel about another half a day, and you all feel something rumble underneath your feet, and then nothing happens.
Oh boy.
Tunnels are hungry, I guess.
I do believe there was a bigger one. And we've not encountered that yet.
Why would you say yet?
And I gesture to the
Oh,
bums.
Elgies. Don't jinx us!
Why would you say don't jinx us? That's like the first rule of jinxing something.
I think we're officially jinxed.
I know.
It's like saying the word quiet in an emergency department. You don't do it!
What's wrong with saying quiet? It's literal. Be quiet. That's
Oh
it.
my
That's
God.
it.
You oh my gosh.
It's a very
How
clear
have you lived-
instruction.
How have you lived this long and not hurt? She just like puts her hands up to her head and she's like, oh my God. These are things you don't do.
I think I gesture to our ironclad friends. I'm like, am I not right? You're given an instruction, quiet, and that should be it. That's not jinxed, right?
Wait, what's this jinxing thing?
Right. It's quiet, and that's an instruction. You're quiet.
It's not an instruction. It's saying, oh my gosh. How? Mm.
I love the disappointment on Hannah's face.
Y'all are too much tonight.
If you say it's quiet, not the order to be quiet, the description, it's quiet.
You realize that everybody said quiet like 20 times now.
Quiet.
Not in oh my gosh. I'm using this as an example.
Does that stop the jinxing?
Maybe if we say it enough.
Stroop, can I have some of whatever your favorite herb is in your spice whack?
Do you, that depends. Hold on.
Yep.
Do you, I mean, my favorite herb will compromise your ability to do certain things. But I have some other herbs that just taste good.
Your favorite cooking herb, please, real quick.
Okay, here's some mint.
Okay, great. Tayson,
Is the herb what I think it is, Stroop? Little smoke herb.
Are you a cop? Are you a guard?
Of course
You
not.
have to tell me if you're a guard.
That's not how that works.
Then,
a guard.
It'll be
maybe?
G-Mine who says, wait, how would you know that's not how it works if you're not a god?
Because I've dealt with enough guards in Eberron. Don't ask why. Don't ask, don't tell.
Tayson is gonna start prestidigitating for the smallest of candle flames to burn this mint and just say, I am removing the jinx. The jinx is no more. And then throw the mint over his, I don't know, right shoulder, I guess. I've done the ritual. It's okay, everybody. Let's move on and not be in the crazy tunnels where we go insane and talk about quiet and jinxes and not jinxes and quiet.
Ah, very good. We've been flavored. Let's go.
Yes.
Mirinda just leans down to Stroop and goes, later we're getting into that favorite herb of yours. When we've got time.
Oh, absolutely. You betcha.
You continue traveling on after a long pause. Slower as you feel for more rumbles, but you don't. You're starting to get to the point where you're getting tired. The tunnel doesn't look like it's going to end. And you've all decided you were going to push through. Do you still want to do that?
I think I want to...
What you feeling, Stroop?
I'm good with pushing through, honestly. I mean, I got these little legs, but they could take me pretty far, so...
Okay. Augie?
We can push through. I'll be taking the rear, though.
Okay. Makes sense. I mean, we're getting close. Hop, hop.
You begin walking forward again as you decide not to. Everybody takes a point of exhaustion.
Am I able to keep my ears to the walls occasionally?
Sure, I'm glad you waited for your exhaustion to do this. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
With disadvantage because I'm exhausted?
How many levels of exhaustion are we at now? Because
You should only be at one.
Okay. Because I went to reset it in D&D Beyond and it hadn't reset, so I'm just not gonna touch it.
No, 11.
11? You're not feeling nor the vibrations or hearing anything.
I think I'm sitting there getting to the point of I'm grumpy tired.
Beyond hangry.
Beyond hangry.
You continue walking. A couple hours later, you feel the ground again. Everybody does. As it rumbles, but this time from in front of you to behind you. Seems to go away as it passes. But Stroop, you would know the last time that happened. Surprise.
Hey guys, I think we should prepare ourselves. I'm gonna go ahead and wild shape into something. Giant constrictor snake.
Okay.
And you guys should probably get on board. I say that before I transform.
You continue walking.
/ slithering now.
Slash
I would like to
slithering.
slither.
Well, I like to think she's trying to walk, but okay. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Doc, quick question.
Yeah.
On the character sheet you sent me for a giant constrictor snake,
Mhm.
you put the HP at 104.
It's correct.
That's correct. Okay, just want to make sure.
Strong snake. Hardy snake. Snake is thick.
I do the
Snake boy.
HPs of everything else the same way I do your HP. So
Okay.
there's no averages here, yo. Top
I will
tier.
never ever be not a snake.
You travel for a couple more hours. And Stroop, you get this for 3, right? At your level? Yeah. So about 2 hours in, you guys start to see where the tunnel breaks off and goes away from the large tunnel, the small 5-foot-ish tunnel that fluctuates, that will take you up to the ruins underground that will allow you to get out of this altogether.
Hey, that's not something that looks like everything that we've been walking past this entire time.
There has not been any other tunnels that go off, just the one, the Gratis Bar, and then this one that you're approaching.
This is good. Okay. Home stretch, everybody.
As Tayson says that, you all feel another rumble underneath your feet.
Shuffled again. Hey, I'm Marinda now.
Nope.
I'm just-
Nope. You're good.
I just turned
You're
it
good.
off.
Leave it alone.
Yep. I was seeing if the internet, because it showed a better thing.
Yeah.
It's
Nope,
cool. Whatever.
nope.
It's cool. Whatever you want to do. Just as long as it doesn't go back and forth.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna leave it like this because it seems as soon as I did that, everything started getting 8-bit again.
Getting wimbly. Got it.
Yep. We're here
Yeah.
for it. You guys start heading to the tunnel. Again, you feel that rumble. And then in front, a large purple worm breaks through the surface of this tunnel. Seems to take up most of it as it cuts you off from where you're heading. And I put G-Mine up front. I rolled for this one as this thing is going to attempt to hurt him. And then while that happens, the rest of you roll for initiative.
Oh, yay. Oh, no.
My good dice are back. All right.
Now my real life dice are trying to kill me. Okay.
Let's see. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of hit. All right.
Oh, no.
That's the dumb part. Rolling the same dice for an NPC. Oof. You watch this thing come up and bite at G-Mine. To nobody's surprise, because he's weaponless, he literally, as it bites into him, he cries out and he pushes away at this thing's jaw. And you actually start hearing cracking inside the jawline of this giant worm. As he pushes it away, he opens up his side and the stinger gets into his side. And as it pulls out, you watch gobs of blood pour out as G-Mine goes back, and he's already at half. And why don't I get some initiative rolls? And hopefully that was the last time I crit anybody tonight.
He's already at half. They haven't been sleeping!
It's a 20 for my initiative.
Good. Let's see. Stroop is 20.
17.
17.
Also, since my camera's not on, I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Okay.
I knew there was something fucking going on.
Hey, son.
2.
And Algie.
9.
Stroop, you are. No, I'm sorry. I lied. Ava is first to react. As she jumps forward into angel form and tries to get between G-Mine and herself, she will swing out. The first one's deflected off of its armor. And the second one will hit as it does a little bit of damage. She will pour one of these into it. Lots of numbers. And slashes into this worm, causing quite a bit of damage. That will be her turn now. Then it goes to Stroop. So she basically jumps forward. You can see everything as she flashes into light. She slashes at this thing and opens up a nice sized wound on it.
You see, what Stroop is gonna do in snake form is go up and constrict around this thing.
Is there there is a size limitation on this? I am pretty sure.
It doesn't say. It says melee weapon attack +6 to hit, reach 5 foot, 1 creature, hit, bludgeoning damage. The target is grappled. DC 16 until the grapple ends. This creature is restrained, and the snake can't constrict another target.
Okay, I'm looking
I'm a
at
huge
you.
beast.
Well, you're a large beast,
Oh, I did giant constrict.
which is 10 feet. This is a gargantuan beast, so I'm trying to figure out how you're going to constrain a 40-foot subject with a 10-foot rope.
I want to go on its mouth.
Get its knee.
I'll let you do that, but it's going to swallow you if you stay there at all.
Fine, I'm just gonna bite it.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't do it on purpose. I'm just saying this thing is 40 feet.
Okay, actually, I think I know what I want to do. So, who hit it first? G-Mine?
Ava.
Ava. But didn't one of the guys, like, pull its mouth open?
G-Mine got hit by it and didn't get swallowed.
Oh.
That's how I
Okay.
enacted the non-swallowing.
Okay, and then Ava got it, slashy slash. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna bite it for now. I'll bite it.
Okay.
Does a 10 hit?
And you know why the deflection from the first strike of Ava was just deflected as you go to bite into this thing, and it's hard, scaly, almost rock-like itself.
Okay. So I want to...
Let's retcon. As I'm looking at what these are, they have spikes on their edges. I would say if you want to try to constrain it, you could lock up on 2 of those.
Okay, yeah, that's what I really wanted to do.
Yeah. I want to make it happen, and I see that it could cause some kind of disruption. All right, so what is the first thing? It has to make a save or something. Oh, it'll make it, whatever it is.
Okay, yeah, it was 16 for the grapple, and I'm gonna use the same weapon attack. So I didn't hit and it didn't constrict, but since I tried to circle around part of it, are there like stalactites and stalagmites? in the cave by chance?
So stalactites on the ceiling? No, this is perfectly cut with the round. It's all the way around.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna disengage.
Is that a bonus action for you?
I thought it was a movement. No?
It's an action unless you're a rogue past level 7.
Man, I've never played a rogue. I don't know where I got that in my head that I could do that.
We need to get you
guys,
on some rogue shit.
I know how to play D&D so well, guys. I don't know if you know this, but I know everything about D&D.
But it's fine. You could try to crawl away.
I don't want him to get an opportunity attack, so I'm just gonna stay up next to him.
Okay. I'm gonna say you're on him. You're just not constricting him, which is fine.
Yeah. I'd like to be on top of the giant worm as another worm. Thank
Mhm.
you.
It's worm on worm crime.
Yeah.
Let's see. That was Stru. G-Mine will be next. Who's hurt, but is going to... He's really hurt. Yeah, he's going to draw his greatsword, and as he does, he's going to reach up and touch himself on his chest and heal himself for not what I'd like, but he's going to put it all in and see what happens. That will be Jima, and so that takes us to Miranda.
Okay, so I am. How close is this worm?
It's near you. What do you want?
I'm a whack it with my blade, and I'm also going to use my bonus action for my spiritual weapon.
Okay, so you're going to draw your dagger for the first time today, so let's go ahead and do the spiritual weapon. You put the spiritual weapon out, it appears right next to it, it takes a swing, go ahead.
Okay, so spiritual weapon is going to... so a 17 to hit?
Deflects off of its armor.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. And I rolled a 6. So
Okay.
that means I got
Luck.
the extra special lucky. Let me
go ahead
open
and
the-
make an attack. You don't have advantage, but you do have sneak attack, as Stroop is literally on the worm.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't think you can get more than closer if you were trying.
Yep, not wrong. So is a... Let's see. Does a 23 hit?
It does.
Okay. So that's gonna be... How many d6 do I roll with this shit? Oh wait, I forgot to add the extra bonus. So it's technically a 24.
And it still hits, believe it or not.
Yeah. So let's see. That is... I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how many d6 I roll right now.
That's fine.
It's all
That's
good.
why-
I'm just sitting here vibing to the music that you all can't hear.
I always have music I'm vibing to, but it makes sure that all the voices are fighting because only half of them like it.
Right. Everything is awesome.
Okay, so let's see. That is... So 12 plus 4, so 16.
16 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. this thing came out of the ground originally, came down on Jima, took a good chunk out. As he pushed his way out, it stung him in the side. As he fell back, Ava, shining like an angel because she goes into angel form, jumps out in front, takes 2 swings. You hear the first one go off, and as the second one hit, there's a flash of white light as she pushes power into this thing. And then you watch Stroop like slither really fast up around this thing and try to grab onto 2 of the horns and squeeze them together. You're not sure if it was doing any good as you come up and jam in, as you cast out your spiritual weapon, you actually hear the celestial ting of it bouncing off of this thing's rocky skin. But as it leans back, you watch the 2 parts ease up a little bit, drive your dagger in, and you do a little bit of damage to this thing. Oh, well. That'll take us to Posh.
Yay!
And Posh will draw his sword, run up near G-Mine and Ava for a reason. And that'll affect Stroop as well. And he has an aura of protection. So when you have to make a saving throw, you're going to add 3 to the saving. Let's see. And then he is going to... He already had that going. He comes up. He gets 2 attacks. Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. All right. By the way, will be at disadvantage. So it's literally helpful. All right. Both attacks are going to hit. I'm going to have him... I know in that. $36 points on both of his swings. All right. Woo-wee. And then he will stay there. That'll take us to this thing. Now, it has options. Miranda, did you throw that soul knife or did you run up there?
I ran up.
Okay.
Mike, I'm not going to lie. I did run up. That's why I asked how far away it was.
The answer is always throwing range.
Okay. It doesn't matter. It's actually going to try for Ava. As it bites
I mean,
down.
on the one hand, yay. But on the other hand, no.
As this thing comes down at Ava, she shines up bright and puts her hand up, and you watch as like something that looks like a circular shield comes out of her arm in the form. It clinks off of that. It comes around to try to stab her with the stinger, and she uses that to deflect it as well. She's too beast. I'm gonna have to nerf her. All right. That'll be its turn. It's not going anywhere. That takes us to Tayson. Do you need a recap of everything that's happened?
Shouldn't it be Algae? I got a 2.
Oh, you know what? You're right. It's Algae then you.
Damn, I thought I really did roll poor.
No, he really rolled.
I roll bad.
How did you roll a... Wait, is that a 2 total?
Yeah.
What do you have as your initiative
1.
modifier?
Oh wow, that's about as bad as you
How?
Because he's not a Dexy.
Because I pew pew spells.
I'm gonna pew the spells, but I'm not gonna do it quickly.
Yeah.
Look, I do pew pew spells with other characters too, but
You're
I'm
a
still...
rogue. What's your constitution? Okay, cool. Let's keep talking.
Wow. Can we let the man take his turn?
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so I finally get to use this bow. At least the fun feature on it anyway.
Okay.
So I'll pretty much draw my bow and cock it back, and I'm gonna
Before you fire or do anything,
uh-huh.
is that a bonus action what you're about to do? Because I want you to get your hunter's mark in before anything.
Okay.
If you're
So
going.
it is verbal. It's not an action or anything. I just need to say it.
Perfect. You want to do hunter's mark first to get the most out of this, because I'm not throwing something small at you. That's why I'm not. Yeah.
So there's going to be hunter's mark this.
Okay.
I'm doing a lot and all in this one turn.
Go
I can
for
get
it.
away with it. Yeah, so I'm doing my hunter's mark. So I'll get that in while I can. And with Oddsbur, you guys are going to hear in Dwarvish, Descend through a mitrim skelfale. And my bow starts glowing with the dwarven runes.
I know Dwarvish, what's that mean?
Those who threaten my home shall fall.
Neat.
So with both Hunter's Mark, my bow is all glowy and fun. I cock the arrow back and I let that fly.
All right, let's try to hit.
That is 23 to hit.
That'll hit. Give me some damage. That's sweet, sweet damages.
Oh, yes. Alright, so I've got the 1d8 plus 3, then I've got 3d6 damage plus the 1d6 from Hunter's Mark. So I've got 7 and 12 and 1.
So 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
20 damage.
As you pull back on the bow, fire, your first shot gets it right in the bridge, like right between the teeth and the gums. It cries out a little bit. And go ahead and take your next shot.
Ho, ho, ho. So that is dirty 20,
Okay.
and that's the same all again, isn't it? I think, or is
No,
I'll
none
check.
of that is. I don't think any of that is. I think it's all each shot.
each shot?
Mhm.
Yeah. So to the target whenever you hit with weapon attacks, a Hunter's Mark is roll it again, and yeah, and it's 3d6 again. Hell yeah. So 3d6 and 1. So that is 4 plus 10. So 14. 18 damage.
Okay.
All the while I'm taking very active steps backwards.
Absolutely. As in this round, everything that happened was, when this thing came up a bit, G-Mine, he backed off. Ava came up and slashed it open a little bit. Stroop got up on it and is at best right now a distraction, but we'll get it next round because she'll get it. She'll roll. G-Mine healed himself but got ready for an attack. Mirinda came up and stabbed it with this glowy golden dagger of hers as she jams it up in there, getting between the rifts of it. Posh himself comes up and takes a couple of strikes, and watch the blazing come out of this as it tries to attack Ava, and Ava absolutely deflects, which is, I'm gonna be honest, I'm looking at the stats, impossible, but it happened. And then Algie fired off 2 arrows as his bow glows and puts off light around him, and both of them hit it right up in the jaw. Needs to be great precision as he's backing up. Tayson, end this round.
G-Mine and Posh are both up front, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
G-Mine's a little back, but they're there.
Okay. Both striking at the thing as opposed to trying to be defensive.
G-Mine hasn't done anything yet but heal himself.
Perfect. I told you the next time I'd make sure that you were in a position to get wherever you needed to. He cracks his knuckles, and he is going to use 3 sorcery points to twin cast haste on Potion G-Mine.
Are you sure you want to do Potions G-Mine?
That's why I was asking how close they were. I want the party to want to be hasted first. I promised them that I'd make them fast.
I get that. I would, if you could help a player out, I would
know.
absolutely do players first.
I want him to be jealous, but that's fine. Actually, I did talk to Potion.
Are you turning? Are you turning us into Sonic?
I'm turning one of you into Sonic.
Are you
do
still
someone
twin
else other
casting?
than me,
Yeah, I'm
because I
twin
do
casting.
have. I do have that feat that makes me go 40 feet.
Yeah. Oh no, we're good. So I'll tell you what. I will. Seeing. All right. Seeing Algi be as efficient hitting this thing, and then I am gonna say seeing Ava strike into this thing and barely deflect a hit. Kaysan will twin cast to the 2 of them haste. And then I want to back up to where this thing is not going to be right next to me.
Okay. You don't know if it's got reach, but you back up.
It's busy. it's my justification. Boop, boop. So I like the way that haste works, being it's not you're getting faster. It's in combat, like your senses, your instincts, your training, it all kicks in and everything slows down. And now this is like the grandized version of that. Everything is moving at such a slow speed. But now it's not the you hoping that you get there in time. It's no, I'm gonna get there.
Double +2 AC. Dex saves.
So you hit Ava with this, and she goes in for her strikes. Oh, she gets one more. Okay. Let me see how many she's got left. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I forgot my Dread Ambusher ability. That's alright. I'll do it next time.
She strikes out. The first one opens up another slice. The second one gets deflected. As she looks, the third one, she almost plunges it in as she comes across, and you watch the sword go deeper into this thing. She pulls it out. Little blood comes out. And the third one, the fourth one, as she comes around, gets deflected off of its rock skin again. And while I'm doing math, it will be Stroop's turn.
Yes, I would like to give it a hug with my body
Okie dokie.
in the worst way.
I
I got
don't
a
know.
nat 1.
It depends on what your definition of worst is, because I think that's the best way.
Best for everyone, not for it, because I got a nat 20.
Mike, I am impressed that you had that just on hand, right nearby.
I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
This is my snake. Its name is Hugs.
I love hugs.
Okay, so you're gonna do your constrictor thing, and so you roll up that bludgeoning, and it's grappled, so it has to try to escape after that.
Okay, and I crit, so what do I, how do you do crits again?
So just roll me a d8 real quick. I got it right here.
It's 1d8. Okay.
I know.
7.
7. So 17. Nice.
That's a good chomp.
It is a really
A
good
mean
job.
old hug.
It goes forward, and as you grab onto 2 of the spikes that come out of the little rocky spikes, now that you can feel it, you get parchment this time, and you pull, and you actually start hearing clicking, like bones breaking as you pull it forward, and it is grappled by you. Does it want to even try to get out of this grapple? We'll see. All right.
I'd be concerned if it continued to burrow with Stroop on board.
Why are you giving me ideas? I don't need help.
Why would you do that? That's not what?
Do not give the DM ideas. You just don't. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You just keep your mouth shut until you do the thing.
Okay. That would be Droop's awesome grapple. That takes us to G-Mine, who's going to take 2. Ooh, that first one misses. I didn't waste it, but I feel like it did. As G-Mine goes to swing, it deflects. He turns around and puts a lot of might into it, a flash of white, and you watch it open up. You hear this thing, echoey, waily, screechy sound, as now it seems to be bleeding profusely from each of these slots. And all it did was take 3 nat 20s to bring it down to half. That's awesome. Okay. That will take us to Marinda.
So I just rolled. Make that 4 nat 20s.
Okay. So are you 3d6 at this point?
Yes, it's 3d6.
And what's the max you can get off of your dagger without that?
Without that, are we including the effect that the lucky gives it? Okay.
Noisy doggos. Bark, bark.
10.
Okay. I got that. I need you to roll everything now.
Okay.
All the dice that are involved, roll them and tell me the total. Oh, there's a snake.
Oh, snack.
Nice.
I have a Stroop.
I'm sorry, I just medicated myself because the doggos were being noisy and gave me a headache.
You do what you gotta do. Just gonna hang out here with the Guardian.
So that's 20 damage.
So you rolled another 20?
Yeah, I rolled
So that's-
another 20 damage.
48 total.
That's pretty good.
And then I'm gonna come in swinging with the, what's a majigger?
Your angry cloud of thunder.
Yes, my angry cloud of thunder. And so that's gonna be 22 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll me a D8.
The dice like me right now. So that's 10 because I
Okay.
rolled an 8.
Everybody's going to town on this poor little purple worm who's just trying to avenge her children. Alright.
Hey, they attacked us first. We were leaving them the fuck alone. We were minding our own damn business. And then out
Trespassing
of
on their
nowhere,
home.
Hey, no, their home is underground. We were above ground, thank you.
That's fair.
No, we were underground.
Yeah, we were underground. We were in the tunnel when that happened.
Okay, we were underground, but above ground, technically. So.
I mean, you're always above ground at least a little bit.
Not necessarily.
If you're standing on it, it's ground.
But if you're not standing on it, you're technically not above ground.
As Miranda yanks out the golden dagger, again disappearing, the angry storm cloud next to it that Celestial zaps out and seems to get into one of the wounds. Posh comes up and swings one part. Now with the blood coming out, it's hard to see where the rocky scales and the openings are. He misses on the first one. The second one goes in as another. He pushes a little bit more flash of white into this thing. But it is still standing, and it's its turn. Miranda. Posh. I'm going to do those four, because I really don't think this thing is going to try to get Stroop off its back.
Yeah, I don't think it would just be like, this thing's annoying.
Is it restrained?
It's grappled.
Got it. Okay.
It's
Hold on,
not
it says,
fully restrained.
Because it's big.
It says the creature is restrained, and the snake. No.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
it's like
you're
Playing with
only
some
on.
Wimble Blimbly.
Yeah, you're only on part of it, not all
That's
of it. So, I would say in this case it would probably be grappled, not restrained.
I would let you do this to a dragon, but it doesn't mean it doesn't come with certain downfalls of doing such a thing.
It's fine.
So this thing's gonna swing at Ava, or try to bite at Ava again, and this time Posh is going to feint with his shield and use his reaction to give disadvantage. And that's really good, as his shield deflects. It goes over. Ava seems to push it with the rest of her arm out of the way. But that's it, and this thing was coming. Man, I gotta try to stop hitting the Ava. And the stinger gets pushed away again, as she seems to be faster than normal. Al, it is your turn.
Oh, I'm still going from. It's just still firing shots. I forgot I had Dread Ambusher, which is on my first turn of combat. I could have an extra shot, but yeah.
I think you're doing good without it.
You get an extra shot now anyway, it's fine.
But you have a whole nother action now.
Oh, yeah. So, rolling to hit, that's a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. Yeah. 9 and 10. An extra d6. So that's 21 damage.
Okay.
And then again.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Oh, that's a 12. That 12 won't hit.
No, it goes wide as you're about to let go, and you watch as it moves, and you can see the Stroop constrictor snake tied up on this thing. You veer your shot away, not to hit her.
Yeah, and that's another 12.
And you fire wide.
Fire wide again. There's just too many people around. I'm just firing in awkward angles.
Asa.
Cool. Is there a way for me to throw a lightning bolt at this thing that doesn't hurt Stroop?
Is it a lightning bolt a single target, right?
It's a line.
Yeah, and it's just anything in that line?
Mm-hmm. Figured there's a lot of people on the ground. It's
You can
big
do
and
it.
tall, but I don't know.
You can fire it. I will roll, and we will see. Because that's a tough one.
Please do not chain lightning me again.
I've never chain lightning you once. I've only lightning you. Speaking of which, I am going to bonus action quicken a spell, and I am going to mind sliver this worm as this little pink whip comes from the coat and tries to hit this thing, it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably super high.
Smart worm.
I bet 3.
Okay. It takes 5 points of psychic damage and gets minus 1d4 on its next save.
Okay.
And then I'm going to 4th level lightning bolt it.
Okay. High or low, Stroop?
Stroop always likes to take the high road.
You will.
I don't know what you're asking for.
So you. What has to happen when you get hit with lightning bolt? It's a save.
Deck save. Right. We're gonna find out if I'm being terrible to you or just this worm.
20. Not natural.
That's high. Did it have a minus a d4 to that?
That would be 16.
Okay. Then nope. So it's gonna take
it's
half.
1d4.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It doesn't matter. And it's. I think my DC is 15 anyway. So it'll take half damage.
Okay.
7, 12, 14, 16, 22, 27, 29, 35.
So 17.
Yep. Big buzz.
It keels up right when you go to fire. It's starting to come back down, and like the fear, it's coming down. You're casting the spell. You're in the middle of it, and it takes it still in the underbelly strip. You take no damage from this thing as it absorbs half of the damage itself.
Yay! I didn't hurt my friend. I'm good.
I rolled and Ava missed everything because I was trying to get ahead of this. So she swings 3 times and it gets deflected off of this thing, but Stroop, do you want to do anything, or are you still maintaining this? I am doing, by the way, I want to be clear, your constricting isn't stopping it, but I am giving myself a minus because I see you pulling back on it.
Okay, can I constrict it again?
Let go and constrict? I mean, technically, yes.
Actually, I'm gonna unconstrict.
Okay.
And bite it, since I'm already on it.
Okay, go ahead and try to bite it.
We can do this.
I'll give you advantage on this one.
Okay. 17. To hit.
Your fangs chip a little bit as you bite into the rock. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but you feel a little edge come off.
Yeah, we will not be doing that again. Okay, thank you. And maintain my
Position.
spot. Yeah. 19 turn now.
Hey, you're fighting something that's 40 feet tall, and you are still the highest thing in the room, potentially. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to be tall.
You
I
like to
thought
be
I did
tall.
that
This is
very-
great.
It's very on brand. Mine goes and takes 2 swings at this thing, and again it gets deflected. Now my rolls are starting to kill me, and I'm starting to worry. Miranda.
My turn?
Oh yeah. Ava
All right.
couldn't sink a strike. Mine couldn't sink a strike. It's now your turn.
I shit you not, I just rolled another nat 20 on a different dice.
I wrote down what it is. There it is.
Okay.
What's your modifier? The plus with the luck dagger.
You mean to hit?
Yeah.
Or, it's a +7 to hit.
All right. I mean for damage. I'm sorry. Cause
Oh, for damage? Oh, +4.
how do you want to do this?
Yay!
Yes!
Minimum damage is gonna do this.
Okay. So, Mirinda sees it trying to snap at someone again. And so what she does is she kind of dashes in like anime style and just like shoves this dagger straight down its fucking throat and tears.
You're watching this thing, and as all these other hits are missing, you watch Stroop on top. Like, somehow she got released from this thing. You run forward and you step on one of the spikes on the edge, one of the other spikes on the edge. As you come up, it pulls its mouth up, and it looks like you're going to go in as you jab it right in the bottom of the jaw, and you come down with your dagger, impossibly coming through each one of the rock-like structures around this thing that protect it. And you land as, for just a second, it stands there, and then it falls, and it splits in two as it hits the ground.
I stand up like a badass. And my dagger disappears. I go, Stroop, you can get off.
As I like slide down the side of this thing, I want to like turn back into Stroop and like use it as a slide.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, easily enough.
Miranda will catch Stroop if you will consent to it.
Perfect.
And the way this thing is, it's the spikes go just like the cavern is. Has the bumps in it. The bumps of this thing, the spikes are in between them, so you easily find a place where you can slide down. And funny enough, as you land, Miranda's right there and catches you and places you on the ground. You look down the hole it popped out of, and you see another 10-foot hole now dropping down below you with ridges the same way, and you realize that this cavern was made by either this worm or its mate, since it had children.
I say we get the fuck out of here.
That's a good plan.
Second that.
Augie, Ava, sorry. 3, 2, 1, and I'm gonna drop haste, and both of them are gonna basically have vertigo for a bit.
Drop to one knee, just feeling very tired all of a sudden. It takes a little bit to shake it off.
Potion. I forget forget the other guy's name.
G-Mine?
G-Mine. Have they got helmets on at all? Or can I see their face?
They do not. They only wear the armor without the helmet.
Alright, so I want to approach them. I want to check for bags under their eyes. And I'm mad.
You're mad?
I'm mad. So I want to storm up to them while I'm checking their eyes for bags to see how tired they are.
They don't look tired at all.
Don't look tired at all.
Elf show.
Have you guys slept at all? This entire trip in the tunnels. Have you guys slept?
We've tranced, yes.
Yes, they are elves. They don't sleep. I mean, I guess they could if they wanted to, but, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. Trained warriors. It's okay. I was worried too.
I think it's G-Mine that steps up and says, "Why? Do you have a problem?"
From what I saw in the tunnel on the way back here, you guys are tired. Tired more than normal. Have you guys been sleeping enough with us?
Yes.
During our rests?
And we
Because that puts us at
through.
risk if they haven't.
We pushed through with you as well, and that was not our decision. We were following the group.
Mm-hmm. In a bit of a huff, I'd just turn and start walking out of the tunnel.
He didn't like his reunion with home. Sorry, he's grumpy. It'll be better when we're out of here. Good job. Don't keep not dying. Great job, everybody. Strip, you were a snake. That was cool.
Dude, it was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I've never felt so powerful and so tall in my life.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, the big stretch.
The biggest stretch.
I don't want to be here anymore. Still, again. Let's. Everybody. I mean, is everybody okay? Do we need to take a breather here?
Ava says, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Yes, let's get out.
Okay. Just making sure no one is like internally bleeding or externally bleeding. But okay.
I'm entirely fine.
No more
Also,
than usual.
in real life, I now have 2 doggos on me.
Noted.
And as everybody takes off bags and armor and ties it to themselves and crawls up the narrow tunnel that brought you down here, and you peek out, coming out of this tunnel, you could see the darkness in the land with a slight purple with a red tint behind it glow as only Dayton's half-lit ash tears in a new moon. But you're free of the tunnels. You're out. The Soul Forge not far away from you. The stairs that lead down to go back out, as you were the last people to enter Gratisbar, and as far as you know, only 2 others have done it. And we're going to go to break.
Hey everybody, go get some water, use the bathroom, feed your pets, pet your pets, all that good stuff. Feed your you.
I don't know that I can get up. I can't has doggo trap.
Listen, you don't have to do all of those things. You just have to do the things that you are capable of doing, and I believe in you. All of you, all of us, all of everyone. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking and take us to break. Everybody wave bye!
Yeah,
I can't wave bye.
Melissa, wave bye.
Listen.
Hi everyone, we're back, and we all have snacks, because this is a professional audio recording medium.
I could drink water, I guess.
Yeah.
Apologize, Mike. I'm going to turn my camera back off.
No, you're good. There's nothing. Sorry for trying to make things work in a situation that you didn't, necessarily hope to have. Shame. It's okay. Hey, everybody, do your best. It's okay.
Hooray for best.
Before break, the group took a break, much needed after coming out of Gratz Bar. Traveled along. Conversations were had. They were almost out when a gargantuan monstrosity of a worm came out of the ground and tried to eat everybody. And again, one of my PCs ends up dying, so the group can continue on. They TPK me every time, but they make it out.
He's talking about his player character, the worm. It's okay.
Yeah. It was Bob. They came out of the area where they came in, so they are in the ruins near the Soul Forge. And they decide to calm just for a moment as we went to break. Let us adventure on. I did mention when you came out, it was night. I don't know what you guys want to do with that information.
Use it as an excuse to slip.
Yeah, I mean, let's have a nice dinner. I'll cook something up for all of us, and then we'll have a good sleep, because I think we need it.
Yeah. Oh, I hope I didn't use all your mint. I'm sorry.
Might I suggest we get the fuck away from this hole where the worm was, though?
Oh, sure. I mean, yeah. Let's find a nice picnic spot. Sounds like a plan.
You guys head over to the Soul Forge, where one of the guardians are. And as you approach, you hear the armor move from this gentleman as he stands up and it scratches, and he sees you and he says, "Oh, welcome back."
Yeah, we made it. We're here. Thanks for doing your job so well, buddy. And
It's been about a
patting you on the
week, and I was a little worried about you, but
back. It's been a week. Oh, man. Time flies when you're not getting eaten by giant worms.
Or, in some cases, are getting eaten by giant worms, yeah.
Well, it was only
That-
temporarily eaten in their case.
That's fair.
Yeah, we have to come out eventually.
Oh, man. I didn't even think about that. Gross.
interesting. Remember, you tread upon a holy place. Be careful and cautious.
Is there somewhere we can sit down and eat and camp, or should we get out of the holy grounds?
People stay here for weeks and weeks on end while they create things. You're more than welcome to stay in any of the open area here.
Now, is it holy because of the worms, or is it holy before the worms and the worms made it extra holy?
The answer's yes.
I haven't seen worms, so... Aren't you a cleric?
Tayson just kind of does
I
the
am.
shaky hand symbol.
Hey, look, I am a cleric. I didn't say I was the best cleric out there.
Well, that's fair.
Employed doesn't mean you have to be the employee of the month every month. It's okay. Okay.
I mean, technically, she is the employee of the month, just for the most chaotic god ever.
Sure.
Literally.
There you go. Okay. Well, Stroop, do you need us to gather anything, or you got what you need?
If you had some meat would help.
Are we able to eat the worm?
Please no. I don't want to go
Not
back.
sure I'd
gonna-
recommend that.
It was very tough on the skin. My tooth is still a little chipped. It's
Augie, are you good?
It does
to-
have fleshy insides. It's not good eating.
Oh sure. Are you good to go hunt for something that's good eating? I won't bother you this time.
No, it's fine. I think I need to be out in the night air.
Okay. And Tayson just looks around for some equivalent of like a picnic blanket or something along those lines in the packs. This is gonna be nice. We're out of the terrible place. We're gonna do our best to have a nice meal and rest. Okay.
So you're gonna go hunt?
I'm going hunting.
You head out and roll me one single perception.
14.
Okay. You end up tagging a deer about 300 feet from the camp. And as you bend down to field strip it, you feel a sense in your blood that you have felt before as one of the tiefling ward come out.
Hey.
You know him. His name is Tealp.
Teal.
And he walks up and says, "What are you doing, Algie?"
I'm currently hunting.
I noticed. There are demons around.
I'm after the big one.
Nobody killed that sorcerer thing that was commanding the demons that we were protecting at the cave.
Mm.
He disappeared. The hunt is still on, and yet you travel with these folks. Underground.
They are after... Gotta remember name. It's Andros? What's
Deimos.
the...
Deimos.
Deimos. They're after Deimos. If I can get to the source of a lot of this, we'll have solved a lot of our problems. The hunt will be easier.
It's a worthy cause, but I have a message for you. The
I've been
master says
expecting this.
if you cross him again, you will pay the price.
Understood.
Have you shared any of our secrets? Tell me it's not true.
I've only borne my own. None of the ward's secrets.
You want to continue under your own free will. Make sure that you don't.
I have used my past as a tool, that is all. A means to an end. It is not mine. Not anymore.
He bends down and he looks at you as you say that. We've hunted together, and I believe you. But the master is never wrong. He just places a hand on your shoulder. Remember your oaths, please. You're one of the best of us. I hate to see you become the master's servant, like the others who have broke their oaths.
Yeah. No one wants that.
He stands up and just says, good hunting.
Good hunting. And I head down and I continue to...
And he just vanishes from there. You come back to camp with a nice sized deer that you took down that you've stripped.
Nice. I lay it down pretty neatly, so it's able to be prepared just in front of Stroop. I'm like, we have meat.
Miranda is just like salivating over to the side. She's like, venison.
Right, I'll cook this up. We already got the salad going. We got some broth for Tayson. I'm gonna cook the meat and add a little bit to the broth so he gets some protein. You know how it goes. Yeah, how did your hunt go? Was it any good?
It was fine. Took a little longer than normal. There's not a lot of
Okay,
there's not a lot of game about at the moment.
that's fair. I mean, it's just war times and all. Well, I appreciate your contribution to this meal, and it'll be ready in about 30 minutes.
Understood.
I just clicked into my notes on D&D Beyond, and I had forgot we made a new cantrip that we called Stripper Dust.
What?
Stripper Dust.
You
Glitter comes out of your hand, but you can never get rid of it all.
I love it.
You sit around, and as you're talking, Miranda, you're salivating. You hear a voice that's kind of surprising behind you, and it says, so, the way to your heart is Venice. As you turn around, you see in a very, very well-cut three-piece crimson suit, a dungeon.
She's gonna get up, and she's going to kind of stride over to him, and she's going to play with the tie real quick, and then use it to pull him in and kiss him. He goes,
Yeah,
no, but it certainly helps.
I have 14 questions that I've already paid the price for. I would like to use one of them, if you don't mind. It's to you, he says to Linda. Would you like to do it in front of your friends or no?
Sure.
There are times that I have lost connection to being able to see all of you. Outside of my purview is a very difficult thing. My question is, what have you done? There's a demonic contract on your life.
Me?
You.
I don't rightly know. I've done a lot of things.
The fact that I'm Zulrin's chosen would potentially be why.
He looks at you, crosses his arms, and says, "The deal is for honest answers."
I legit actually, like, out of character, don't know what she would have done that would have...
Is Tayson listening to this?
Yeah, she said in front of everybody.
Magic stones person made deal.
What, Tayson?
The guy you, after things are taken care of, go work for him security detail.
Oh. He's a demon?
Oh, that's the only deal I know of that you might have made.
You wouldn't have made a deal with the demons. That's not what they would kick a contract out on you for.
Oh.
Unless you broke it. Have you broken a deal?
No. Not at the moment.
That
It's
archdemon
still...
was after you. Deimos is demanding your soul.
Great. Huh. I think I need to sit down. She just kind of like sits down on the nearest thing. I don't know. The only thing I can think of would be the fact that I've communicated with the gods.
Did you make a deal with them?
The only thing that they've said was they weren't going to get in the way, and they are not going to help Deimos, and they're not going to help us, per se. So I didn't make a deal, they just... They're a neutral party.
Again, there's nothing I've seen that would cause this, but this is a real thing.
Well, fuck.
Sorry, don't mean to interrupt. And I'm not asking you, because that might be bad. Why would this be a problem?
Oh, you know, just my immortal soul.
You mean that thing that might be lost anyway if we are successful, or on our way to being successful, or pissing off the person that we've literally made it our job to, like, get rid of? I'm confused.
Addendum says, well, off of that information, so am I.
You haven't told...
What? Tayson.
You and I have a competing plan. So I think it's very important that you tell the people close to you about your plan. About your goal and what it would mean. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna interrupt you or make you do anything, but I feel like you would tell me to do the same. That's all.
Damn it, Tayson, stop making sense.
Okay. And then Tayson goes to pick flowers to make a centerpiece for the food.
God damn it. Addendum, I guess. Let's talk alone for a moment.
Please, lead the way.
Um,
No offense, away from the forge. I can't step in that area.
That's fine. I have a dog staring at me.
You go off, and as you get a little bit away from everybody, he says, well, what would you like to tell me?
I have a plan as a backup. The plan entails me taking Deimos' power.
Why would you do such a thing? Tayson was created for this.
Because since I am Fae... Can you stop, please, Maisie? Because I am Fae in nature, I have another name that can bind me like a word of power. It adds a secondary lock so that I would never be able to break free and threaten this plane.
Borinda, if you take Deimos' power, you become Deimos.
I know.
Well, then tell me what his real name is so that I can bind you.
Like Deimos' real name, or...
That's what he's saying.
I don't know his real name. But I do know mine.
I think you're treading on dangerous ground and throwing away everything for nothing.
It's a backup plan.
Back up to what?
In case Tayson isn't enough.
Then why did Tayson say it was a race?
Because I don't know that Can you please... What are you doing, doll? Excuse me for one moment. Sorry. I'm in the craft room and the dog is trying to, dig into something.
I was making sure we don't get an FCC fine from having 8 seconds of silence. Go ahead.
Now, Tayson is powerful, but it's always better to have contingency plans. To make sure that you have multiple ways to do the same thing if it comes down to it.
He looks at you and he says, fine, I've asked full. I have 10 more.
Is he going to ask all of these to Miranda?
Possibly. And he looks at you quizzically and he just says, you plan not to let Tayson do it, don't you?
He has a full life ahead of him. He's so young. I can't let him throw that away. I've lived almost 200 years. I've seen 3 different planes of existence. I can't let him throw that away. He deserves to live a normal life, Addendum. He's lived anything but that until now. He deserves to live with a family, to experience the world in the way it's meant to, not behind some school's walls, not being treated as a tool, but treated as a person.
I don't agree. with your decision, but I support your decision. I just feel like you're throwing away something. It's like seeing an object that was created for something and using a different object that wasn't to fill that void.
But he's not an object, Addendum.
I never said he was.
I know. She kind of leans in close to him and strokes his face. If I saw another path, I would take it because I don't want to make you and I enemies. Not if I can help it.
No one knows what the future holds. I should tell you that if you try, I'm going to try to save you.
Please don't get yourself killed in the process. I would hate myself if you did.
Well, you're either going to kill me now or later. And he smiles. I'm tough, but God of tyranny. Whew.
I mean, some people like it rough.
Some people don't want to be torn to shreds. You could put me into that
That's fair.
literal part. You've been mocked by the abyss. I don't know what's to come, and I can't protect you nor your friends at all costs. I have my own war raging.
Wait. When I did the augury, that might have been when I got mocked.
I will support you as much as I can, but know that I will try to stop you as well. That's all.
I would expect nothing less.
I have to get back to my legion. I just wanted to warn you.
Thank you, Addendum. And she kisses him.
We'll fade out. After Addendum and Miranda go off, what's the conversation at camp?
That was weird.
So anyone
gee,
care to explain who that is?
Oh, that's a guy. He's not my favorite person. Every time he comes here, if we ask him a certain amount of questions, that many little evil guys pops up. Miranda seems to be smitten with him for whatever reason. He is tall, I guess. It's appealing. But that's pretty. He causes trouble wherever he goes, and I'm just not a fan. Not a fan. Tayson might have a different take though.
I don't have a lot of context in the before times, but he seems to want to help. But, you know,
He wants to help but causes trouble.
I mean, sometimes, I guess, maybe. I don't know. He's got a weird, deal-making questions turn into monsters thing. But I think it's equal, for the most part. It's okay, just, he's never done any direct harm to us. It's more of a, just be careful if you ask him any questions.
Gotcha.
Yeah. like, you know, hi, don't do the hi, my name is Augie, and what's your name? Because that. Hi, I'm Augie. That's it. Just cut it off there, and I think we're probably safe.
So statements, not questions.
Statements, not questions. Yeah. In fact, if you could actually do the talking for me, that would be good. I tend to put a question mark at the end of more sentences than I like to.
That was a question.
Was it? Shit. Shit.
You need to have the confidence you had back in the council chambers.
What do you mean?
What I saw there was a leader. Not the most confident, but the makings of one. You did well.
There was something important going on there, you know? If I screwed up, that could have been real bad. That could have been another war. We don't need more of those. This is just, hey, you know, questions. You know, small potatoes, big potatoes.
The way I look at it, it's the same type of potatoes. It's all potatoes. You treat it the same.
Now that Stroop, you're a cook. Do I treat all potatoes the same, or are there different types of potatoes depending on how big they are and stuff?
For you, I think that you tend to go on the different types of potatoes. Sometimes there's sweet potatoes and yams, and sometimes there's bacon potatoes. And other times there's potatoes that you make a soup out of, and then, French fries too.
So, different types of potatoes. See?
Look, they can all be mashed. You can mash all of them. They can be all be mashed.
Alright, I will try and broaden my culinary horizons when it comes to how I interact with people. And how I interact with potato people. Okay.
Huh.
I'll try and learn something from both of you here. Okay, I'm gonna try and set. I was gonna say set place settings for everybody, but we definitely didn't bring like fancy cutlery, so I will get everybody's bowl. And he just gets meals ready. Should I lay?
I was gonna say, I've got a mess kit. I've got my own stuff.
Oh, cool. Should I leave like a setting for addendum?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
Oh, yes, chef.
We did not make enough food for him.
Oh, yes, chef. Okay, sorry.
But dinner is lamb stew with nice salad. So.
Where'd you get the lamb?
With
I
deer
thought
meat.
it was venison.
Don't worry
It
about
was.
Don't worry about it.
No,
That's how good of a-
absolutely 100% in character. You brought back a deer, and Stroop said, "Dinner is served. It's lamb stew."
Don't worry about it. She's that good. After a long while, Miranda returns to camp on her own.
Oh, good job. You were right. We didn't need the extra setting. How'd it go?
It went well.
Really? Did you tell him?
I did.
And it went well.
It did.
Huh. Okay. Good for you. Good for him, actually. Good for both of you. Huh. Okay.
So dinner.
Yeah, that.
How'd that venison come out?
The lamb.
It turned great. It turned into a lamb.
I don't think that's how that works. But okay.
The cook. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, exactly.
Tay-san, did you prestidigitate the venison?
I did nothing. I would never prestidigitate anything that Stroop served me, even if I was very certain that it was going to be something that hurt me. Because I did that, and she got mad at me, so now I do not.
A good
That's
cook
the
will
right
reveal
answer.
their secrets.
So
As
anyway, yes, dinner.
As everybody sits down and plates are passed, Post just kind of across the way to Algie says, "So that was a devil. So is the ward losing their touch, or are we getting soft?"
Under my watch currently, I'm being lenient.
We're hunting bigger prey.
I was just wondering if you were tired.
Huh.
You leave Addendum alone. And she just goes back to eating. But if anyone's looking at her, she's got like this glare like, I will stab you if you touch him.
Tayson and Stroop are sitting next to each other, 100% both holding their bowls, and like doing the eyes back and forth, darting and hiding behind the bowl.
Mom and Dad are fighting
Oh
again.
boy, oh boy.
Mhm. I want to make myself perfectly clear, and I look towards G-Mine and Posh. My anger before in the tunnels was out of concern, not just for myself, but everybody. It may have been misplaced, absolutely. However, I'm used to seeing the hints of exhaustion of someone overexerting themselves, and it costs everyone. I have lost entire hunting parties because someone wanted to be the hero. And that is where my frustration was. And I am sorry.
G-Mine lifts up his plate. Post, taking a bite off of a piece of meat, just says, "You're forgiven."
A deep breath. Because I'm not the most well-worded. I continue eating. As if nothing happened.
Any other dinner conversation?
I'm really excited that we got out of the cave so everybody would be in a better mood. This is good. Good times.
I'm so glad that we only got eaten once each. Some of us.
But never
it
fully,
was-
right?
Only two of you did.
I mean, we didn't get digested, but we
Yeah.
definitely were in there.
More like
Thing.
more like popping candy to suck on in your mouth than like actual like chomping, right?
Yeah, just like that. Man, we had an adventure where we all worked together and it all worked out so nice.
Yeah.
I would like to continue doing that.
Yeah, much. We went into a place that not a lot of people have been to before. We got out and everybody's fine, and there's no terrible ramifications.
Yeah, and we didn't get attacked by anything addendum like today.
That's
so
fair.
yeah, good interaction with the devil.
Huh? I don't know.
To be fair, Addendum's never the one who's attacked us.
I beg to differ. I understand that it was other items that attacked us, but anyway, we're not gonna have that discussion right now because we're trying to have a good time. We're enjoying our dinner together as a family, like we do at the Waffle Hut. Go better enjoy your food.
Tayson immediately starts eating his food faster. It's just no words.
Miranda just like sips on the stew, like maintaining direct eye contact with Stroop.
Ava shifts and sits down next to Tayson and says, "So what's the next move?"
Shit. Well, team meeting, I guess. We can either head back. We can either head back home and let them know what happened and see what, where they want us to go next or where we can be helpful. Or we can try and send word. And I mean, we haven't heard from the round-capped rainforest yet. I mean, if we can let everybody on the continent know what's coming,
That's true.
Sooner rather than later. But I mean, I know you sent your message, your business meeting, but have you heard back yet?
I've not had another business meeting.
Oh.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that we were waiting on a message back.
Oh, we were doing a lot of... yeah, sorry about that time that you were more focused on meeting the long-buried Dwarven civilization.
Yeah, so I'll have a business meeting tonight, and I'll get back to you on that question.
Okay, well then, I mean, it's rest tonight, see what happens in the morning. Well, do you dream a business meeting, or do you... whatever. Rest tonight, business meeting, wake up, new information, take information, make it into a decision. That's the plan.
Do Guardians dream of electric business meetings?
Only when they get shocked because I throw lightning at them accidentally. Hopefully not. Actually, that's a good point. Tayson looks into Globy.
He has 2 charges.
2 charges. Excellent. Then Tayson's like, okay, cool. Alright, I'll sleep here. It'll be good. That said, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna actually really sleep tonight instead of that, in between being conscious and unconscious thing. Because I did not like it down there. I'm sorry. That was a lot of enclosed spaces and bad things and angry everything. Angry people, angry worms, angry walls, and everything was loud or yelling or vibrating at all times. So, I'm gonna sleep. Like now, I'm gonna turn in early because I'm excited for tomorrow. So you all have a good rest of night, talk, eat, stuff. But I'm tapping out. I'm out.
Anybody want to do anything before you go to sleep?
I think I'm just setting alarms around the place. Other than that,
Okay.
I think Mirinda is going to attempt to contact Zalrin and figure out this fucking demon mark shit.
Okay. Group wanted to have a business meeting if she could find her notes, I think.
Yeah, definitely want to do that at the point that I can find the one episode of notes I cannot find.
Well, just remember the code word is Fluttershy.
You wrote that pretty big on that paper, too.
You did. Oh, you could probably just check the Instagram.
No, she got
Found
it.
I think. Okay, message to Bearded Ogre.
Yes.
Something council member. Time has come. Druids feared. Deimos returned. Be on guard. There was a question in that? I was supposed to get an answer to a question from that?
No, you were letting them know that things were bad, so a message could be sent. And then I think
Okay.
the hope was that you would hear back, "Hey, I delivered the message," or etc.
We're just looking for kind of an update on
Yeah,
how
you've ordered a package, and now you're just trying to look at the tracking number and seeing if it's arrived, kind of stuff.
Gotcha. We've discovered a new problem because I forgot where my notes for this session went. So fine.
Oh,
Really
that's so
great.
good.
You hear that? Don't take notes. You'll just have to find them. Blah.
Okay, found it. Okay, yeah, I would like to have a business meeting now, Doc. I'm ready.
Okay. Before I get my rounds in, Tayson, can I get a wisdom save?
$13, 17.
17. Miranda, before you go to bed, will you just Zalron.
She's going to do her Tai Chi, and focus, like, the clerical energy into her daggers as she's doing the knife dance, and think of Zalrin and, the demon mark, and what has been, like, passed to her from Addendum.
Okay. Algie, it's been a couple days. You're still good. You all go to sleep. Screw. You're in your office. It's clean. Something's going on. Your books are where you left them. Your papers where you left them. It's been a couple days. Where's the dust of this place? There's never any dust in this place. It doesn't feel real.
Very unsettling.
Roll me a wisdom. Just a straight wisdom. It's not a save.
Wisdom is something I'm good at. Not so much. 8.
Okay. You try to focus in on the goblin that you gave the message to. Not to call everybody, because I don't think you have a business meeting everybody kind of thing.
Nah, just the one guy.
You walk into the little teaching arena. It's hard to describe what it is. It looks like a coliseum with seats. And as you walk in, you see a bunch of people there. But the paladin from the Soul Forge is not there. Others aren't there. And you do not see the goblin that is now the guardian in waiting of the round-capped rainforest. And you dwell on what he said last time. I don't know how to read, is what he told you. But you know to become a guardian, you need to read the book.
Is he double-crossing me? I don't know why he would. I mean, would the book choose people who are not good at heart? I don't know how to feel about this. Hey, anybody here talk to that goblin who was gonna get that message to the bearded ogre guy? Anybody seen him around?
One guy's, oh, the Deimos message. No, I haven't seen him.
Oh.
I
Anybody
think
else able to deliver that?
nobody answers you off of that one.
Great. Well, you're doing great, guys. I believe in you. Anybody talk to Chip?
The Chip. Which one was Chip?
He looks like me, but smaller. Probably bigger, honestly.
We haven't seen anybody around your size that looks like you.
Okay. Well, it's been real. It's been fun. Keep practicing and save the rainforest. I'm gonna go back into my little office.
as you close the door, one of them was like, I live, does she know I live in a desert? She's got to know I live in a desert. And the door closes.
I want to call Cloud.
Yeah, and you just say Cloud and he's there. Yes, Guardian.
Hey, yeah, so that goblin guy, I don't think he delivered the message, honestly, and why would he not be able to read? Is that a thing? Did he lie to me?
There's a chance. So each person's book is readable to them.
But if you can't read it all, does it, like, say it out loud
Pictures?
to you? Pictures are a form of reading, I guess.
I've heard bad things. People think they're throwing pine cones in certain pictures. But don't worry about that. But no, nobody can come into the hall who's not allowed into the hall. I mean, like,
how are
if you were to get really weak, there's a connection between your power and this place, which is probably how the Lich got in here, because Prue was powerless at the time. He knew of the place.
Yeah. So, are all the guardians in waiting? Are they typically like good-natured people, or does it? I mean, because even the teacher was like good. He had good intentions, even though he didn't really like go about things proper.
Well, it depends on what your definition of good is.
Oh, well, that sounds like philosophy I don't want to get into. I make waffles for a living. Okay. Would they be dangerous? Would any of the guardians in waiting be dangerous to the guardian or the guardian's cause?
I don't think so. The first part, yes. I believe that everybody that's called by Gaia is dangerous in their own accord. However, dangerous to the cause? No, there's a commitment. There's an attunement, there's nature, there's the balance of things. It's not all protecting nature, like I've heard some druid circles go full-on extremist on people. Oh, you cut a branch, now we have to kill you, kind of thing. But it's about balance. Your position as guardian and others in your stead as guardians in waiting, speak to leaders and protect the environment, but mostly to be that in-between of Gaia's will to civilization that can't hear.
That makes me feel a little bit better. I'm gonna open up my book that has all the names written in it. Hey, while we're here, do you remember that goblin guy's name?
I was trying to find it. I don't remember it. That's Doc speaking.
Okay.
I'm gonna call him Pimchaw, though.
You look at the name that you totally recognize without any issue because editing and stuff.
Pimchaw
Is
his
it
name,
there?
and is it there? It's there.
Yeah, so, it's there. Is it, like, any weird stuff going on?
Looks like every other guardian in waiting's name, except for like a few that are still in gray, including ships.
Okay, so Cloud, is there a way for me to call him into my office?
Yes.
Will it hurt him?
No.
Will it hurt me?
No.
What are you telling me? I feel like there's a but.
It's not a but. It's about how in tune you are being the guardian.
Oh.
So sit down at your chair, stare at the other chair, and call out his name. And Doc needs you to roll another wisdom.
13.
You look at the chair, you concentrate. Pimchaw. And then standing behind the chair, which you can see the ears and nothing else. Yeah. Hi.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Hey.
There you are. And he climbs up over the back of the chair and sits in it.
Okay, Bug. How are you doing? How you feeling?
Doing great. I'm on my way to the council.
Cool. You're gonna deliver that message that I asked you to?
7 more days and I'll be there.
7 more days. Oh my gosh. Were you far away?
Yeah, it's a big rainforest.
I forgot. You know me, with my memory. Not good. Not good. Well, I just wanted to get an update. So we got tracking number 7 days, like the ring. Okay. Awesome. That's all I needed from you. Do you need anything from me to help you get there?
No, well, I mean, are you powerful enough to, like, open the trees like Prue did for my dad? She would come to my dad and be like, come with me, and they would go into a tree and poof, they would be gone.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bud. I don't think I'm quite that powerful yet. It's still my first couple months.
Oh, okay.
First...
No, then no. It's just a matter of getting there safely.
Okay. Sweet. Awesome. Okay. Well, you keep doing you. Thank you for being here. You're doing a great job. And I stick out my hand to shake.
And he gets up on the chair, leans forward because you have a big desk, and he shakes your hand. Oh, I'm glad
We're
to be
both like
here.
leaning halfway across the desk, like.
You're both like on top of the desk, at least a little bit, with like
Yeah.
1 foot on the chair still that you were sitting in.
I'm really happy to be here. I was hoping. What happened to my dad?
That's a great question. Let me see if I can find out. Somehow.
He was the guardian in waiting, and before me.
Oh. They didn't tell you?
Who's that?
Well, I mean, who would have told you, right? Like, I guess I'm the one who has to tell you. Okay.
Oh no.
How do you spell your name?
Cha.
Alright, Pimcha. What was your dad's name?
Grimcha.
Grimcha. Okay.
My mom is Susan.
well- Susan. How's Susan doing?
Mom's worried about Dad. She doesn't think he's coming home, but I don't know.
Okay, well, Bud, I feel like you're a mature enough person to know what happened. And if it gets to be too much and you need me to stop telling you, you just let me know, okay?
Okay.
But your dad was a brave guardian in waiting who gave his life to help the cause of the Guardians. So, he's no longer with us, unfortunately. But
Where's
he
his body?
That's what I was gonna tell you, bud. Like, he is in such a great place. He is in the Plant Salium. The part of the Black Forest where we cleared out some of the bad guys and we made it happy again. That's all because of your dad. Because when he and the other Guardians didn't quite make it, we made sure that they were all happily together, and we had a monument made from their bodies called the Plant Salium, which I can take you to visit when I get powerful enough to be able to fly through the trees like Prue could do. And we'll go see him together, okay? You and everybody else who wants to go see him.
What killed my dad?
Who killed your dad?
What killed my
What?
dad?
The demons who were plaguing the forest were the ones who caused his demise.
Is this the Deimos thing you're doing?
Yeah, I believe Deimos had something to do with it, so we're gonna kick Deimos' ass, and we're gonna make sure we get revenge for your father, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop off this message, and then I want revenge, so I'm gonna come to you.
Okay, yeah. The more help that we have to defeat Deimos, the better. And if we can work together in person, and you can help with the other Guardians in waiting and getting them trained, because some of them are really young, and I worry about them also. But no matter what happens, we're gonna get that revenge, okay? For your dad, and for all the other guardians in waiting, and for Prue, okay?
Okay.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm not good.
Yeah, me too.
Can I go?
Yeah, you can go. Take all the time you need, and if you need me, you need anything answered, you call me, okay? You just think really hard about Stroopwafel of the Waffle Hut. Real hard, and it'll alert me, and we'll chat, okay? Anything you need at all.
Okay.
Okay. Right. I'll talk to you later, bud.
Bye. And he jumps off the chair and just fades out as he's walking to the door.
Thank God. Stroop crumples in the chair, just like, oh my God.
Cloud looks at you and just says, "Oh, what about the other families that were left?"
Cloud, I had not thought about that, and that's a good question. Do you think we should write letters? I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I can't meet with everybody individually. I cannot. I could. Oh.
Well, I can't write letters, but here I can get lists together for you.
Yeah, if you could work on lists, that would help.
They were all over the world, though, so we'd probably get that started. However, mail gets delivered that way since you can't do it fruited.
Yeah, if you can get those lists together, that would help a lot.
Starting to realize that I got the better job in all of this.
I mean, we can switch if you want. I love clerical work.
I would have had to not died. Are you gonna tell the truth? Because I know how I died.
I gave them all the information that was necessary at that moment.
You
In my
didn't
opinion.
lie. I will give it to you.
Didn't lie.
There was a demon. We probably need to think about consequences in case somebody does find out. Because I would hate a lot of powerful beings to be mad at your friend.
Yes. But we need to do it in a tactful way because, I mean, although what happened, still, it had to, It was the lesser of two evils.
I'm thankful.
Oh, good.
So, yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
if everybody else would be. So, we'll
I'll get
think on
those-
that. You get the list together. I'm gonna take a snooze and think about my life.
Good night.
Good night.
Miranda,
Yes.
you hear a rustling in the bush next to you. As you sleep, you open up your eyes and you sit straight up. Jumping out of the woods and landing on a small stump near you. Zalrin sits there. I like it how you called me this time. That was a lot of fun. Little depressing. Weird.
I was not expecting you to physically come here. You normally just visit in the dreams.
Look around. And as you do, you're literally sitting up in your body. Your body's laying down still.
Oh, well, that's disturbing.
Oh, it's fun. Come on. We can pick their noses, and he runs up to, Ava, who's in a trance, and puts his finger in her nose.
She goes over to Posh and, plays with the beard and,
Yeah.
pokes his face.
It goes through. You're still non-corporeal.
Can I tickle his brain if I do this right?
There's only one way to find out.
And she sticks her hand through his head and just, wiggles her fingers.
And he does move a little bit and, gets shifts in his trance.
Okay, that's fun.
It's fun because his eyes are open. He is trancing.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So, anyways, I got something about gems. I figure you wanted to go ahead and give me offerings with gems, and I'm here to accept them.
I have some daggers with gems back at the house, but that's not exactly what I was thinking about. So, I've been mocked by the demons? By Deimos?
Oh,
Apparently?
good job.
Good job.
Well,
Was I
yeah, if you're
supposed
gonna
to?
stir the pot up a little bit and sprinkle some chaos in there.
I mean, fair. Fair.
I mean, when you poke a bear, you really know how to poke them, though, don't you?
Apparently. Oh, that's great. I should expect more of his demons to come specifically after me, shouldn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah. And everybody around you, absolute danger. If it wasn't for that addendum fellow, that one archdemon really would have tore through everybody.
I mean, addendum is hot. Anyway, so yeah, was it when I did the augury that I got demon marked? Or what else? What else could I have done that pissed him off specifically?
Have you tried talking to Deimos about this? Because I don't 100% know.
How would I talk to Deimos about this?
Well, I don't know. Sit in his chair? And he starts to get a grin on his face.
Well, I'd have to get to the Chamber of the Gods in order to do that.
Oh, well, you were there, and he probably heard every word, since each god is linked to the chairs. I mean,
I'm sure. So it was me doing the augury on the chair.
good call. Mix it up again. I like it. I like this because, like, watching, I don't know if everybody's gonna live or die by moment to moment because demons can come out of nowhere.
I mean, demons could come out of nowhere anyway, just because the nature of the beast, quite literally, yeah. I am rather fond of my head, though.
Well, I mean, the term lose your head, it doesn't stop being your head just because it's just disconnected.
Well, not wrong. I am fond of my life.
Well, maybe you shouldn't promise that to so many people then.
Well.
Is that all you needed? Because, like, this is a fun conversation.
Could you take me back to the Chamber of the Gods? Why not poke the beast?
I may or may not be on any terms to protect the words of people not getting involved that they had made to specific beings, which would go both ways. You're probably not getting back into the chamber. I would love to poke that bear because, you know, the high and mighty gods are fun to just teach them a little bit. I mean, eventually he's going to come out. You can ask him, but he probably won't, like, wait to hear a question. I mean, like, he really, really wants you dead, if I understand right. Because, well, I mean, you did say that you were gonna do something, and the gods knew you were gonna do something. I mean, you're still my champion. You're not falling from grace here. You understand that, right? Like, this is perfect.
I know.
This is chaos. This is what
you hired me for.
If you went on, like, a murderous spree in one spot, it would really up the ante a little bit, but I don't think you're gonna do that.
I'm chaotic, but I'm not chaotic murder.
I mean, sometimes you go out for something sweet to eat. Sometimes you go out and commit a felony. I mean, you just got to see, right?
I prefer felonies in other directions. Speaking of, when I wake up, I need to ask Stroop about specific herb and her spice whack again.
Oh, well, good luck remembering that.
Anyways, I do appreciate it, Zolrin.
Oh, it's always fun. You've been a great champion. I appreciate everything you've done. I also want to see, in the end, what's going to happen. Because it's in the air. It's interesting.
Well, ta-ta for now, and she goes back over to her body and just lays back down.
And he walks over, looks at you, goes like he's going to poke, and then smiles, waves his hand. You all wake up the next morning.
Stroop does her morning routine and puts on her makeup.
So Ava will speak up. So what did we find out? Where are we going?
Look towards Stroop.
Where are we going? That's a great question. No clue. No, not a clue. Where are we going? I did not find out where we were going.
Oh, no. How'd the meeting go?
Oh, how'd the meeting go? It went great. The message will be delivered in 1 week to the council with the bearded ogre.
Okay.
Is that not good?
No, that's that. I mean, it's faster than we would get it there probably. So.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Yeah. That's about all I got.
No, you're good. Do we know if it's like okay in the Round Cap Rainforest, or is it terrible, or? Because if it's bad there, then it gets into what degree of bad. Doc, how far are we from being able to get to the Round Cap Rainforest? I know we're weeks out from getting back to the back home at the castle without assistance.
Let me get you an exact measurement, because usually when I'm guessing, I'm absolutely wrong.
Just gonna write this down in the notes as 3 hours and 47 seconds. Map quest.
Kinda. All right, let's see here. Week and a half to get to the border. Probably a 3-week walk to get to there. To get to Shaitoa, you've heard of it. It's the main council area.
Okay. So it would take us a week to get to the actual rainforest. It would take us about 3 weeks to get back to the castle. And it would take us about 3 weeks if we were at the border to get into the council of the into Shaitoa.
No.
Or 2.
Well, I mean, just by distance, if you were to look at a map, right? That's what we're talking about. It's 3 weeks, but for everything that when you and Martin travel the rain-capped rainforest, you don't move that fast. It's a thick jungle.
Okay. I would rather, personally, I would rather gamble that we are needed, wanted, or could be useful at the Round Cap Rainforest and be wrong because everything's fine and we wasted a week to get there and then we start heading back to where we came from than the opposite. Because if there's a problem there, or if there's something we can help with and we go the wrong direction and then find out a week later, well, now we're 2 weeks away. But I don't know. I personally, I don't know what our goal is. Yeah, go ahead.
Why do we think that there could be a problem at the Round Cap Rainforest?
Because there was a problem that the ward was defending, and there was demons coming out of the dark forest, and it's not so much there's a problem there, is that as much as there are problems, there are small problems everywhere and big problems in some places. And my biggest fear is we start heading back up, to Rumetigan to find out that we need to come back down. I'd rather waste time. I'd rather waste time heading somewhere that was okay than waste time heading away from somewhere that could have used us.
The same could be said by us going to the Roundcap Rainforest, and we were needed elsewhere.
I would assume that they'd be able to get contact of us better, though. But I could be totally wrong. That's the point. I wish there was the ability to, for us to take a pause here and then have a week to make this decision and then make that decision next week, but at the same time only a couple of minutes passed in between.
Gotcha.
Your silence is absolutely just heartbreaking. Thanks, Doc. I appreciate you.
I'm not ending this episode until you guys start trekking somewhere.
Oh, so this is on us. Okay. Got it. Let me write down in my editing notes real quick.
Did we, when I was talking to Pimchaw, do I remember where he was heading? He said he was going to the council.
Yeah, that would be Shaitora.
Shaitora, okay. How far away is that from where we are?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. The border to get into the actual Roundcap Rainforest, just the outside edge, is a week.
It's in the Roundcap Rainforest.
Yeah,
though.
and then into the actual where the council would be another. I don't know if it's another 2 weeks or if it would take an additional week, Doc.
It's another 2
guys.
weeks if there wasn't a jungle.
Okay.
Okay, so hey, one of my guardians in waiting, he wants to help in any way he can, and he's the one that's going to the council. So I told him when he was done delivering that message, he could join us.
Okay.
It might make it easier on him if we head towards him, and
have
that
him
way
wait and then
poor
we
little
all
guy.
go? Or I'm sorry.
Well,
keep
I mean,
going.
it's going to take him a week to get to the council, so by the time he gets to the council, we'll be at least nearer to him. Because otherwise, we got a little goblin guy who's just trekking through the rainforest by himself, and that doesn't make me feel good.
Well, then, how about this? He's about a week away from getting to the council. We're about a week away from getting to the rainforest.
Yeah.
We do that. We head towards the rainforest, and if he gives us news, good or bad, then we'll know if we need to go into the rainforest or if we head back home.
Yeah, and he does want to visit. His dad was one of the guardians in waiting who perished, and he might want to visit the Plantilium.
Okay.
But, well, we can hit that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
So, that's my vote, is towards the rainforest.
I think that's where I'm at too, but I kind of forced you all into Gratit's bar to go with me, so if anybody wants to go back home, I'm not gonna throw a fit about it.
Looks like we've decided on the rainforest.
Okay. Then yeah, we'll head that way, and hey, if you take a nap or something, I don't know if you have to have a full sleep to do your business meetings, or if you can just catnap it or whatever. If you want to let him know, hey, we're heading that way tomorrow, then great. Cool. All right.
Yeah, for sure. That.
Yeah. Hopefully a little bit less bad for us this time.
You all pack up and start heading down the stairs to head to the Roundcap Rainforest. We pull back and head over to Hardell. We see a familiar airship docked at the edge of the walls. Did you see which way they went? Says the drow, known as Delaria. And they went west. They didn't tell anybody where they were going. I'm sorry. She gets frustrated. Fine. Everybody in the ship, we're heading west. As they get into the ship, we see the rest of the crew getting ready, and a familiar tiefling gunslinger standing behind the captain saying, Captain, where would you like me to look? We'll see you next time on the Bros and Dragons podcast.
Yeah.
We did it,
Yeah,
everybody.
right.
We got out of the yucky cave.
Woohoo!
Yay! Out of the yucky cave.
Worms vomiting up spiders that crawl out of the mouth.
Yeah, all that
Anything
good stuff.
crazy.
Typical morning.
No, you know,
just a regular Monday.
normal stuff.
It's an average Australian Monday.
Hey, speaking of regular things, Lissa,
Hi.
tell us all of your things, and since we can't see your face, I will try and. Okay, that's even better because I was.
switched to my phone.
That's perfect because I was gonna try and like mime what you were saying. This is much better. So go ahead.
Okay, so tomorrow I have Windermere Falls over on Dead Bard Society's channel. Tomorrow night is session 0 for Longshot Firing Range. We are playing Vampire the Masquerade, so you guys get to see us do the fun things on Vampiric Touch End. That's usually about like 8 sessions, 9 if you count session 0. Wednesdays, starting next week, I am going to be on a Masks: A New Generation campaign. And every other Friday. So this Friday, I'm over on Dinner a Game Show's Twitch channel. So it's DAAG show, because they abbreviate it. And we're playing Firefly. Every other day, you can find me over on my Twitch channel, which is Geek Girl Lissa. And you can also find me on all the social medias as Geek Girl Lissa.
Perfect. And now, Lissa, I need you to throw it to the next person because my phone is ringing 14 times with somebody who I don't know if they're like trying to fire me or give me money. So you're in charge. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay. So, next person will be Lehana.
No, I don't do anything. Go follow Bros and Dragons on Instagram, and then also follow Nerdworks Media, or I think it's just Nerdworks on Instagram, because we're posting stuff on there daily and trying to, increase engagement. And we have fun community nights here at Nerdworks Media that are just awesome. So you need to be in the know about those things so that you can join in on that stuff. Also, my little brother has been lurking this entire stream, and I had to explain to him who Chocolate Chip Waffle was. Yeah. Come hang out with us. Come be nerdy, and I'm plugging us. That's what I'm plugging. And I got some other stuff in the works, but you can learn about it when you follow us on Instagram. So there.
And now to Posh.
Hi. So I'm Posh1993. You can find me on Twitch. I play a variety of different games. I'm also here. It's going to be 3 times a week coming up soon, which is going to be exciting. So I'm for you guys it'll be Sundays, Sunday afternoons for Hello There, which is a Star Wars Dungeons and Dragons. Or today, I'm here for Bros and Dragons, which is heaps of fun. And coming up on Wednesdays, I should be DMing some sci-fi horror spookies.
Not this Wednesday.
Not this Wednesday. No, not this Wednesday.
A future
Maybe
Wednesday.
A future Wednesday coming
Speaking of which, hi Wednesday.
A future Wednesday that you'll learn about if you follow us on Instagram.
up.
That's right.
I got
Mike.
you, Hannah.
Exactly right. I also do fun TikToks. Same username, Posh1993.
Now it's Mike's turn.
You can find me here.
Yeah.
I live here. This is where I go. Sometimes I'm other places, but most times I'm here. That's the end. Just be here for stuff. Join the Discord. Be in there. And when you're in there, you'll know where things are happening and when things are happening. Well, I mean, you're going to know that they're happening here, so the where is kind of obvious. But, like, when? Come on in. Stop being shy. It's cool. You don't even have to say anything. Just hang out. It'll be fine. Listen,
Now, Doc.
Ditto to what Mike said.
yeah, basically. We're a package deal, is what it turns into.
I meant for Doc to do his thing.
Oh, yeah.
I knew he was going to say ditto.
Yeah, fair enough.
Love one another. Keep it nerdy and live your dreams.
Later.
Bye bye.
Are we muted?